Clients have an opportunity to get appointed counsel in the criminal realm. Whatever helps to make the client self-sufficient. And you may ask why, does a continuum need an attorney? But I noticed that my clients have problems that really bog down their ability to become self-sufficient, because if you can't see your children or if you have debt issues, it's very difficult for you to worry about getting into an employment and stable housing, and it really bogs them down. So we try to lift those barriers. The program I work under is called HALO, and that's the Homeless Advocacy Legal Outreach Program. That program is actually the second program in the United States. We worked really hard to get the funding for this program, and we're really excited about it because it gives us an opportunity to do things that other programs in the country are unable to do. So we really want to keep our mission.
The Greater Youngstown Point is a daytime shelter, also known as a drop-in center for the homeless. And what the Greater Youngstown Point does is offer both shelter during the day that complements the nighttime shelter offered by the rescue mission. And we also offer various supportive services to help alleviate the homelessness or liberate individuals who are homeless from their homeless state. And of course, that's a strategic approach, and it takes a variety of efforts to make that happen. Well, the things that we provide, first and foremost, are basic fundamental needs, immediate needs. Everyone needs food, clothing, and shelter, and that's the nucleus of what we focus on. We focus on individual needs, immediate needs, so that we can then offer more long-term needs and long-term services. Within that context, we offer feeding, we offer emergency food distribution. Sometimes individuals who may be living by the river, perhaps in the wintertime there's refrigeration, but during the summer months or the warmer months there's no refrigeration. So again, it takes a strategy. We have to look into providing the food, clothing, shelter, and then we look into trying to focus on some of the problems that led to their homeless state: economic conditions, joblessness, lack of marketable skills. I mean, the list can be endless, but we try to determine and ascertain what led to the homelessness, what is contributing to the homelessness, and how can we go about resolving the issue of homelessness.
The interesting thing in Mahoning County is we're truly a part of Appalachia, and we have that Appalachian culture where we take care of each other. And so you won't usually step over homeless people in Youngstown like you would do maybe in New York City or in Chicago, but they're out there. They're doubling up. People take care of people. And so you'll have 3 or 4 families sometimes living in a house, which can cause extreme strain on the home, and it could cause some problems, and then because of that they may become homeless.
Learn how to cope. Yeah. Been here for a good while.
And the tent's always been in here like this?
No, actually, I had some people that came down and tore my camp down. I used to have truck caps on top of this for pickup trucks. And they scrapped all aluminum and ripped me down from scrapping.
Somebody stole it from you?
Just ripped my camp apart, stole all my stuff. Stole everything. Everything was gone. I lost it all.
Jeez.
I had to start all over again. But some nurses brought me this down to, what is it, the health department?
City Health Department.
City Health Department. They brought me a tent.
And you share it with whoever wants to stay warm? Is that how that?
Well, these 2 kids. Yeah, I've put 49 people through here in the last year. Since last Christmas. They're the 49th, 48, 49. They're laying in bed over there now. That's him. That's John and his girlfriend Amy. they have nowhere to go. So I put them up in here with me, which I do for just about anybody. I'm out of room now.
I believe that the numbers of the homelessness are they're higher, larger, greater than what one would realize, because it's the most evident of the people that come through our doors. They're there because they literally don't have any place else to go.
Stand Down is a bringing together of service providers along with people who have needs related to homelessness or near homelessness for one day. These are veterans and non-veterans, and they receive assistance for the various needs that they have, particularly in regard to gaining referrals to various agencies for help. So it's a one-day collaboration which takes place at a community-based organization's offices. Our Stand Down is much different than any other in the country in that we do screen people economically and needs-wise prior to the event taking place. So we ask them, in other words, to pre-register, and on the day of the event, they register as well. It's also different in the sense that we require people to receive a certain amount of social service assistance before they can get any food or clothing. The major benefit is that they receive an opportunity to make contact with a lot of different organizations all in one place without having to make appointments, without having to travel from place to place, and also be able to get a lot of literature about these organizations even if they don't get any help at that time and may want to contact them later on for help. One of the major issues that homeless people face is a lack of knowledge of opportunities that they can utilize to help them resolve whatever problems that they have.
I am just continually amazed and impressed at the work that is done by these individuals. And it was about 6 years ago where I got to really know and understand, and I'm still learning how the continuum works. But when you see all the agencies and the individuals that are connected, providing support services, so it's not simply just, okay, well, let's make sure a person has a shelter and it ends there. It's making sure that the person has the social services or the mental services or the other services that are needed to make sure that it's not just, again, a place to sleep and we think that you're now no longer homeless. The idea is to make sure that person or that family can get back up on their feet and have, a permanent, stable housing to really say, okay, well, now we've moved on and let's move to the next case. But then again, it's a cyclical process, and individuals who have been through this cycle probably more than once, but the continued commitment from these individuals is just, I think, speaks volumes to the quality of people we have in this community.
What I would like to say about homelessness is I would hope that just as many other issues come to light that we try to educate the public about and make people aware of in the community, that people will begin to think of what the homelessness issue is in this community, what it means to Mahoning County and Youngstown, Ohio, and this region. Because, again, as I said earlier, sometimes there's a stereotype of what we think the homeless are, and people say, well, we don't have people like that in this area. And I would hope that people would think a little bit more broadly about what homelessness is and how it relates to so many different areas. And I'd just like to see more people get behind the issue and look at the services and what maybe they can do to address the issue.